Well, we'll wait a couple minutes here to see if we get a few people viewing. And we'll wait for a little bit. All right, I'm going to get started. I don't know how many people will be watching, but I figured I'd go live and show the process of finishing off an omnivore. It probably looks pretty finished there now, but it's actually got some pretty important work to do. So this is a 60 grit ceramic belt, a Blaze 2. These are great. This one's pretty well used. So the process for making these is they get laser cut, come back into my shop, and I don't know if you can see, but, well, they get surfaced. So this surface finishes us. We grind these in-house. That grind is us. And I have the scales made by somebody. But I don't know if the camera's going to catch this or not. Where is it? Maybe not. I don't know if it... But it's there you can see a little bit. It's oversized. The steel's a little bigger. Now, I haven't touched this steel. This is as heat treated, as cut on the perimeter. The flats are all done, but the perimeter's not done. There's no use doing that because I got to do this last step. Now with the Mako, it's tumbled and I just leave it a little oversized like that. But with the Omnivore, there's a few more steps. So the first one's going to be, I'm going to clean this up and make it flush. Harder than it sounds, so I'm going to do that. You can watch that. This again is a 60 grit ceramic belt. It's a little bit worn, but it'll cut just fine. It'll be a little loud. Well, I don't know how loud it'll be on your speakers. There we go. I might have to get in the camera's way here a little bit. There we go. They've only touched the G10 there thus far. I want it to be flush with the G10, so I got to remove some more steel. All right, now you can see I've got it pretty much the way I want it. Need to take a little bit more there, a little bit more there. A little bit more. Okay, so now that's good. Next step, we're going to do the spine. This is already sharpened, which isn't the greatest idea, but gotta be careful. That's all I want. I just want to touch that. And this is the hardest part here, back here. Almost. I missed a little spot there. Lovely. Okay. Woo. Hot. A little hot on that corner. Almost burnt me. Almost dropped it. Almost stabbed my toe. Oh, good thing I'm wearing sneakers. Okay. So that's 60, but that's a little coarse, like some people's language, a little bit coarse. Now we're going to move to, I think this is 120 maybe. This is a different material. This is zirconia, which is also pretty hard. I think this is a 120. It actually doesn't say on it, but that's what I believe it to be. So this is called a horizontal grinder. It's much like a regular grinder that's vertical, except it's horizontal. Now moving up this higher grit, I'm going to slow the machine down. All right. Now all I want to do is improve the surface finish here. So. One little thing I'm going to do, you can see that's better. I'm going to round that just a smidge so it doesn't bite you when you're using it. Just like that. Just a little bit. All right, I think that's pretty good. Basically the same operation, just a higher grit this time. Not really looking to remove a lot of material. I just want to get the surface nice. I'll do the rest of that surface on our next step. All right, come with me, come with me. All right. Moving the tripod, let's make sure we get you guys a good view here. My shop is a disaster area. My apologies. That's what happens when you do a lot of work in your shop. It gets dirty. All right. So on here I have a Scotch-Brite belt. Again, this gets run pretty slow. So I'm going to come down like that. There's a couple things I'm going to do here. One is this is really sharp, so if you use a knife and you're cutting like this, that's going to dig into you. So what I do is I come up in here, not removing a lot of material. Got my PPE, a little bit of it anyway, as I felt things flying into my eye. So I've just removed that hard edge. I'll do it on the other side too, just so it's equal. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to hit the flats quick. Do that down here. I just want to remove, when I laser it, there's a little bit of splatter that comes from the laser, so just want to clean that up a little bit. So that's nice and smooth now. Now we're going to go to our next step. And this is just another little touch. Come with me, don't get too dizzy. I'm going to be flying around the shop. Now I would usually do one step at a time here. All right, look at this workbench of disaster. There we go. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I might have to re-aim us a little bit here. Yeah, that's good. So you guys might know what a Fordham is. It's a machine, let me give you a view of it up there. That's the machine. It has a foot pedal and a little deal here. Oh, they use it for jewelry and different things. This is just a little sanding mandrel. So what I'm going to do, it's a little sharp right here. Just want to come in and touch that up a little bit. Right in here. The big vertical grinder would make that difficult. Yeah. See if there's anything else. Again, not removing a lot of material. Just trying to make that so it feels finished. Let's give you the view here. I hope you were able to see that. Here, I'll do a little bit more. Wasn't paying attention. Kind of going at an angle here, just trying to take off any burrs. Because when you're using this knife, you know, you might get your you might have your finger in there. I don't want it to be sharp, cutting into your knuckle. So, one more step. I should have done this before I did that, but back over to the Scotch-Brite. Off we go. There's a machine that I need to get dialed in yet. Just sitting here. There's tons of tools. I need to do another shop tour. But in order to do that, I need to clean the shop. Well, it didn't stop me today. But, hey, what do you say? All right. Let's get a view there. There you are. I started to do this. So I took it down to about 100 grit. So you come in here, I get that done. Usually twist it that way a little bit. Just kind of puts a sanded finish. And then I come back here, get that. Get my finish on that. Nice, and I did the other stuff with the little mandrel. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a pretty nice finish on there. Now I'll wash this off, get all the dust off of it, and then I'll oil it a little bit with, actually just use WD-40 just to bring that color back up. I can show you a little bit right here. It gets chalky from working it, but just a little bit. WD-40, wipe off the excess, and it brings that color back up, nice and bright. So, yeah, I figured I'd just take you guys along for. That's what it takes. Even though I have these scales made, I mean, granted, I could make these scales. I mean, I could cut these out and whatnot, and I'm actually dialing in my CNC and AutoCAD skills to draw them different and better. But even with that, even getting the scales in and the G10 pretty much ready to go, there's still a fair amount of finishing and even a little bit of shaping to have a finished product before you guys get it. So I'm a little late with these. I know there's some folks out there that I'm just delivering a few here shortly, and I'll be reaching out to the rest of you that have these on order. Well, not all the rest of you, but a lot. The next one's in line. I'll probably have about 15 of these ready to go. So, cool. Thanks for tuning in. Let me see if anybody made any comments here that I need to respond to. I don't do a lot of lives, so welcome to live chat. All right. Hold on a minute. Let me take this off. Let me turn it around. Wow. I had it in a stand. I have to stay that orientation. All right. Let's see if there's any chat. Bum, bum, bum. Nope. Top chat. Well, I don't see any chat. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll get back to doing a couple other things here. Thanks for tuning in.